So here we are inside the bowels of the mistress herself. You can see the wooden floor above the deck, and within that we see the triple expansion engine, the very heart of the vessel. And we're going to safely take a walk around now. Some of you guys out there will know exactly what we're looking at, so I have really nothing to say on this sort of thing. Certainly my brother speaks on another video about this a little more, but this is more your guys' territory. So here we have the crank system right here. These are the pistons. Well, these are the arms, if you will, I should say, that are connected to a piston system that would have turned the crank and powered this vessel forward. And you can see here pipeway leading up to the upper regions of this. And carefully make my way around here. You guys know how narrow and steep these ladders are. All right. This might be a condenser unit, but who knows? Feel free to comment below on anything you see here. Help to clarify for the audience what's what in this magnificent space, which says so much about the quality of workmanship that went into boats like this. You got your transverse bulkheads, the hull itself right there. That's the ribbing for it, going all the way up into beyond the next deck, and all the pipe fittings you could ever imagine here. It takes a lot to power and move and service a ship like this and all the passengers on it. And for a good deal of this, I have no idea what it is. So again, please comment below. Now some compartment up there. Especially for you guys that actually served on this boat, specifically, up until the 1990s. And there was one guy who served on this boat from 1929 to 1991, the shutdown of the boat itself. So, you know, if any of you guys are watching this who had experience working on this craft, please let me know as to what you're seeing. That's the main triple expansion engine there. with its A-frame assembly. Here we have the electrical paneling, the main electrical, or should I say, yeah, electric fuel oil, I should say. Some of you mechanics out there, electrical engineers, whatever, comment below as to what you're seeing here. Appreciate it. The sink being mounted right on the hull itself. That's the hull. Those are the rivets. These are the original rivets to this boat. Another compartment. Sort of storage. And now we will go into the boiler room through one of these Siemens doors. Your sort of parts storage area, I see. And Big Bertha, the boiler. Got your Elliott generators here.
There's an emergency exit that goes through all 3 decks, and there's an arrow to it, and you see the stairs.
Look at that. This is a boiler. Access right out of the engine room with the footings to this right on the curve of the hull. And of course you have a shallow hull because this is the Great Lakes. So you're going to have a shallow hull with a shallow draft.
Maybe up here, filter steam whistle, look at the opening on this side.
You got your fuel oil tanks. No welding allowed near these, no sir. If you weld near these, you're slapped. There's the other boiler, I should say, the other Bertha.
It's a relatively simple engine to operate in theory. It seems in practice there's an awful lot you need to be aware of. These valves. I was told they did, but let's not touch it.
There's the rest of it. And to think that all this ran for nearly a century. Nearly a full century of going and going and going. And of course that is not only a testimony to the builders, but the people who maintained and operated this. No engine is able without the people responsible for their maintenance.
This was always cut out. This is where the guys would come and get their coal. That's why it sloped. It would spill down here.
The height on that's cut out here.
Oh, you're right.
These tanks were assembled in place.
Yeah, that's right. These were assembled in place and welded in place when the conversion happened. You're right. That's why that was cut out. But down here wouldn't have been cut out. This is where the coal would have come. So there's got to be a filling spot for the coal too. And there's another one of these rakes.
It does make you wonder where, yeah, because it must have been, that was one of the questions, wasn't it? Where do you bring the coal in? It looks like it was probably closed off. Unless they opened it up to bring the tanks in.
I don't think they would have done that. But how would they make a tank like that in place?
I don't know.
That's for you guys at home to figure out. So,
It's around the side. There's a well here and again.
You gotta see them on the side here.
You know, we should be writing all these questions down because there are people who can answer them.
well, that's why the video is here. So anyone at home, they're hearing everything they're seeing everything we're seeing. They're hearing everything we're hearing, and so I'm sure that they will comment and let us know what they think, especially if they worked on the Columbia. If you worked on the steamer Columbia, and you have insight as to what all this is, of course, please let us know in the comments below. And again, all this is running for nearly a century.
81 years.
And of course it is nothing quite without the people who ran and maintain it. Otherwise a boat goes nowhere. The next part will be in the quarters.
We have to go up and down again for that.
Right. This is Ian
Capture
Danic.
that. Hello.
Hi there. And my
Capture the air. This is another area where coal would have been stored.
brother Kirk Higner. Right there. A mechanical engineer himself, so this is quite a nice experience for him too. And certain principles don't quite change, so there are certainly things about this that is familiar.